By special request, I'm going to show you how to use how to develop 110 film, black and white film at home. You could do this for color film as well. However, it's just more common to develop black and white at home. The first thing you're going to need is a reel that's capable of holding 110 film. Now, what you see here are two different styles that I have of that reel. They're loaded slightly different ways. Next, you're going to go into your 110 film cassette. You want to make sure that you have not fully advanced the paper off of the rear spool and into the take-up area. If you have, you're going to have to completely break apart that take-up area of your cassette in order to retrieve the film. If you haven't, then you can push the paper through the back of the 110 cassette until you can reach it, pull it out, and then the film should come out with it. After that, it's just a matter of how you load it onto your spool. Now, if 110 film spools were made in plastic, I don't know about it. I've only ever seen them in these two different styles of stainless steel. I also have an 8mm stainless steel reel. I have no idea where that even came from. I didn't know they made them that small. It's got to be for sub-mins. Developing 110 at home isn't all that hard as long as you have a 110 reel. Now, the hardest part about loading the 110 reel, by the way, is that the narrower the film is, the harder that it is to bow to get it to load onto the reels. That's why 120 is way easier to load than 35mm. 110 is very tricky to load. And after you load it, you've got to make sure while you're going and after you're done, if you can feel around it, if you have an open-sided reel like this one, that the film is not touching itself. And if it is, try to redo at least that part of it. And then you just develop it like anything else in a tank. A single 35mm reel tank will hold two 110 reels. So whatever the count of 35mm reels is for the tank you're using, double that or more for very tall tanks, and that's how many 110 reels it can hold.